Our next guest is a well-known Democrat, but she is shocked by a new report alleging that the Democrat in the White House consults with a top-secret panel authorized to assassinate American citizens, among others. My friend and longtime Fox colleague Kirsten Powers, Fox News contributor and columnist for the Daily Beast, joins me now. Kirsten, as always, it's a pleasure. Welcome back to Freedom Watch.
It's great to be here, Judge.
Were you as outraged as I was, as some members of Congress are, and some who aren't, over the reports yesterday that a group of government officials, some former, some still on the payroll, actually meets in secret somewhere and consults among each other and tells the president who he should kill?
Yeah, I mean, this is a real death panel, you know, where you actually have government officials getting together in secret. There's no law that established that this group can exist, what rules they would operate by. It's completely secret. You know, Obama was supposed to be the transparent president. He's the one who was always criticizing George Bush for his use of executive power. And I mean, we were all so upset, and legitimately so, over, you know, Dick Cheney keeping secrets about, you know, his energy task force. How can people get upset about that and not be upset about people who literally get together and decide to kill somebody?
Well, let's put party politics out of it. And of course, I agree with you. But folks as disparate as Ron Paul and Ralph Nader, Dennis Kucinich and Bob Barr have all said the president cannot be judge, jury, and executioner no matter what evidence he has against a person. The whole purpose of the Constitution was to keep the president from becoming a king.
Yes, well, look, I mean, I was outraged by the killing in the first place just because this is an American citizen that has due process rights. The president cannot deny that citizen due process rights. I also think that the evidence that he had any kind of operational role is pretty sketchy. The Reuters even quotes administration officials saying they use the word you know, it's kind of patchy. And they haven't really made a serious case, other than the fact that he is a bad man. I mean, don't get me wrong. But, you know, he was a propaganda, you know, somebody who pushed out a lot of very effective propaganda, but he was an American citizen.
Right.
You know, you can't, and Judge, I wanted to ask you, I thought you weren't even allowed to assassinate people, you know, and regardless. I mean, isn't the president barred from assassinating foreign people as well?
Absolutely. And the Constitution, Kirsten, this is a controversial point, but it's crystal clear if you read it, protects persons, not just Americans.
Right.
So the president is not at liberty to shoot anybody unless that person is in the act of shooting at an American, which Mr. Alaki, of course, at the time was not. I want to switch gears and get into the political realm. Will any of this resonate in 2012, or will it not, because the likely Republican candidates for president, whichever of them ends up opposing President Obama, unless it's Ron Paul, agree with this kind of thing?
You know, I don't think it'll be an issue. I feel like there's 5 people talking about it right now. You know, for some reason, people don't care about this. Yeah, you have the conservatives who, they have complained about Obama not releasing the DOJ memo, but they ultimately support this. You have conservative thinkers coming out supporting it, having no problem, and actually applauding it. And you have very few liberals that are complaining. And I don't think, I have hardly been able to find anybody among my Democratic friends who has any problem with this.
Let me suggest to you,
because it's Obama.
Let me suggest to you how bad this could be. The drone technology that will be coming out soon will have drones the size of hummingbirds. Yeah. And as we know, the feds can follow you as long as you have your cell phone with you. So if you connect the dots, the feds could target a cell phone with a drone the size of a hummingbird and kill almost anyone they want out of a cloudy day with no warning whatsoever. Wasn't the Constitution written to prevent that from happening?
Yeah, you would think. And the other thing is, let's just even pretend that they were killing, you know, if they kill somebody that's guilty. But what's the standard for them to even establish that people are guilty, that a couple people in the government think they're guilty?
Got it.
You know, I mean, that's scary.
It is. Kirsten, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Judge.
The Occupy Wall Street protesters are filled with sound and fury.